help of some men driving.
You're listening to Kingston Community Radio on WGHQ Kingston. On your radio at 920 AM and 92.5 FM. And also online at mykcr.org.
We are Lions. We bring hope where it's needed. Support causes that matter. Change lives. Change communities. Change the world. Visit lionsclubs.org to learn more.
Introducing the YMCA. Sure, you know the Y for a swim or a game of hoops, but we're more than that. We're a cause. When you take a jump shot at the Y, someone else is getting job training. Practice yoga as a team practices her leadership skills. We give people of all ages, incomes, and backgrounds a chance to learn, grow, and thrive. So while you might think of the Y as the place for lifting weights, we're also about lifting entire communities. That's the Y. We're so much more. Visit ymca.net/more.
Hi, this is Winnie from the Rosendale Seniors, and I support Kingston Community Radio, and so should you.
This portion of Kingston Community Radio is brought to you by Ulster Savings Bank. Visit their newest branch, conveniently located at the Ulster Commons Plaza in Lake Katrine. Experience the difference that local community banking offers with the convenience of another great location, easy access, plenty of parking, and a 24-hour ATM. Ulster Savings Bank, invested in community, invested in you. Member FDIC.
Good morning, Ulster County.
Good morning, Heidi in Ulster County. How are you today?
I'm in the tropics here at uptown in Kingston. It's balmy 68 degrees in this studio today, thanks to Lawrence. Thank you, Lawrence. Feels like
it's great. It is good.
Appreciate it.
It was 2 degrees this morning.
Thank Mother Nature for
all
the degrees, all 2 of them.
So how was your week?
My week was long. I had one of those terrible situations where yesterday I was leaving work and I said, "Oh, and don't forget, I have my radio show tomorrow, but then it's the weekend." And they're like, "Okay, but tomorrow's only Thursday."
Okay, yeah, well, that happens.
That was on Wednesday.
Oh, you did that on Wednesday?
No, I did it on Wednesday, thinking it was Friday, but it wasn't.
All right, well.
It was weird. Because I had a snow day, a work remotely day. What day did it snow?
Tuesday. Every Tuesday it snows, Heidi.
Tuesday is snow day.
Yeah. It's getting to a point where it's cold and it's snowy and it's winter. But it's almost over. 5 weeks, 6 weeks.
It's not even close.
Yes, it is. If we get one good...
Lie to me.
If you get one good warm day, we get a lot of fog from the snow, it'll all go away.
I don't really mind the snow.
No?
No, it covers up all the dirt.
It does, and grass.
It cover up the grimy, but you just really...
It doesn't do that.
Cover the grimy.
So what grimy? We had grimy.
Yeah, grimy. Is it in the newspaper?
No, probably not.
Here's the Freeman. They probably don't cover the grimy. Let's see. No.
No, what they're looking for here, what Heidi's looking for is the fact that one of Cuomo's aides actually fessed up and said that they had made a mistake with the elderly in these nursing homes and misreported the numbers. Guilty by omission. But the interesting part is that...
that Hollywood wants to give him an Emmy for it?
I guess. And, it's a strange thing, but you got a very valid point. Now they say, well, if we didn't lie, we wouldn't have got the federal stuff. It's like, that's such nonsense.
You can't go down that
path. It's a really bad path.
That's a really slippery slope because, like I always say, what's the best way to get out of a jam?
Right.
Don't get in the jam in the first place.
Right. Well, they say the cover worse than the crime.
Yeah. It's disappointing to say the least.
Hey, listen, I was doing Who Said a couple weeks back, listen, whether they died at a nursing home or the hospital really doesn't make a difference. But now it's a different issue. It's almost like you want to say, okay, let's stop. Let's hit the big, red button and just, address the issue. And I don't think this guy...
Which issue? The deaths or the lying?
All of it. Both.
Exactly.
Because now you have to be accountable what the truth is to the people. That's number one, and why you did it, and
No, but
moving
Len,
on.
it's so exhausting, and I'm
course it
speaking
is.
right now as an elected official.
Yep,
Do you know how hard it is to work to restore
absolutely,
faith and trust in
no
our-
question.
I mean, nobody even, being a politician has such a tarnished,
Yeah.
thing right now. Nobody trusts the politician.
Well, you know what it is? It's everybody keeps saying, once you get elected, you got to work for the people. We have to get to that. There was a segment on NPR this week with Congressman Delgado. With all due respect, he's a nice man, but he doesn't answer a question. And that's what we have to stop doing. We have to start answering questions. We could talk about broadband all we want. The fact of the matter is, what is the answer? And that's where that's what it's about, answers. And I think we have the elected officials. I'm not even going to say politician, because politics is so bitter right now, and it comes from the top, from Washington, and it trickles down. But the individual elected official, that's where the change has to start, right here at home. And that when they start, and they will do that, move forward. I mean, we talked about the COVID vaccine and how you're getting calls at work, and people. I look on yesterday. I saw Facebook that Joan Quigley had an issue with where to go. She had to go to Margaretville or something. All that's all true, but when you look at Pat, and he came out with his list of what he believes the breakdown should be and who should get it first. Okay, now we have that. Implement it and go. You know what I'm saying? Give the people the opportunity to say, okay, this is what it is. This is where we're going to go, and let's get there. The other real issue that people don't realize, and I was telling Heidi earlier, I volunteer once a week to make phone calls to get people, from a list, the vaccine. And first of all, let me say, when you get on the phone, you say, I'm Lennon, here to make your appointment for that. Everybody's so happy. I've been waiting, and the woman was crying. I mean, it's stunning. But at the same time, the real issue, and this is just me, speaking here on the radio with you, Heidi, is that all of the county executives or county managers or board of supervisors, they don't know how many they're getting, literally, until that week.
Sure, I understand.
So
Also,
we make
they were getting 1,900.
we make calls on Tuesday, and I guess Monday evening is when they know how many vaccines they're getting for that week. So it could be 1,000 in some cases, or it could be 1,500. It varies. The upside is that they're getting they always thought they would get 5 shots out of a vial. In some cases, they're getting 6, which is good. But this gives the pod, in this case, or the pods,
Point of distribution.
the points of distribution, the ability to say, we have X vials, we've been yielding X shots, we may have X extra. In that case, what they're doing, and in some cases, we have what they call the next list. So we go on to this computer where this Excel spreadsheet is that comes from the state, and we call the next people and say, listen, we believe on Thursday, now this is Tuesday, we believe on, we're going to have so many extra, we're going to put you, we want to give you an appointment, it's going to be end of day, but we're going to call you that day. So it enables them to be aware that they're going to get a phone call on Thursday, some mid-afternoon time, to get there where they have the extra shot. So 'cause you don't want any shot to go unused. I mean, in this specific case, Terry last night didn't get home until almost 9 o'clock. Because after the 5:30 is the last shot, but then they have to fulfill whatever they have left. So they were able to call, I want to say up to, I got to get this right, the number's wrong, but let's say they had an extra 100 shots. So that means someone, or a couple of people, had to get 100 people in the queue. It's difficult, So you don't realize the challenges that the counties have, Pat's group has, to move forward with this stuff. So we have to all kind of take a deep breath and come up with a plan that's working. The other issue, I can't tell you how many calls I've made, and people said, listen, I've been trying so hard. I got an appointment yesterday in the Bronx. So there are people going from up here to the Bronx to get their shots because they want their shot. I get it. So they come off the list, you write them out, and you go, to the next person. But it is challenging for the counties, but you have to have an absolute go system.
Helpful. A one-stop shop.
It is. It works well.
This is when you're in for.
Yep.
We'll call you when the shop becomes available because they're shopping around. They're trying to.
They have no choice.
Yeah.
They're trying to get on this list. Yeah. You see, and that's the other challenge. So.
Well, the main challenge is you have a qualified population of 10 million people.
Correct.
In a state that receives 300,000 vaccines.
That's right.
All right, and I'm not mathy.
No, you're not mathy. You're not mathy.
I tell you. You can't stretch 300,000 to.
And that's why these counties have, communities have so much difficulty because they don't know what they're getting to that week.
Yeah, they can surmise. I mean, Sullivan County only got 200 shots.
I know, but there's only 75,000 people.
Ulster got 1,500. Okay, and
for this week.
Only a little more than half the amount of population more than Sullivan.
Orange has 300 plus thousand, right?
Yeah.
So you don't realize, what.
Fair and equitable distribution. We cannot have the have.
Yeah, it's difficult. It's so it's you call it you speak to X people and it's like we didn't order enough vaccine nationally, and then it's just one big.
Yeah, it is,
thing.
And we'll get there eventually.
We will.
At this point, we need to continue to practice patience and good public health practice.
We will.
And wearing our masks and.
Well, the other issue is kids back in school.
Yeah, that's a huge issue.
Right? We talk about, the kids should be vaccinated. Yeah, they should be. The teachers union came out yesterday, started screaming and moaning because someone, there was a top official that said, the teachers don't have to have it. The kids to go back to school and don't worry about it. Well, what happens in that case is you get one person, child, whatever.
Yeah, and
that gets
a good shot it's going to be a kid.
And you shut it down. You shut down the school.
The teachers qualify for vaccination.
Correct. They're B1s.
Students do not.
And it's funny because now, I want to say, if I'm not mistaken, if I read this correctly, April. What is it? What is it from grade 1 to 5 is called what? Elementary school?
Yeah.
Okay.
It depends on the district, but typically K through 4.
All right, whatever. So they're saying that those children may be eligible by next September.
Studies.
That's what. Yeah.
Because
it was in the Wall Street Journal yesterday. Yeah.
Has anxiety about the fact that she may qualify, and she's nervous about
Jesus.
a vaccine. I'm like,
no,
you don't qualify. Don't worry about it now.
And that's
But Mom, what if I have to have the shot? So you get the shot, but I'm nervous about it. I'm like, well, you don't qualify right now, so don't worry.
Well, it's so many things like that. And
you can't get one anyway because we don't have enough.
Right now, yeah, you see, so here are all the issues. Then you have the whole issue of flying. You have to have your shot to fly, don't you? Have that? That's a big discussion right now. And then the airlines are pushing back. And one might argue if they're pushing back, we want to have it. I mean, there are so many things. Well, European flights, you have to have it. But domestic flights, I think, is what they're talking about now. I mean, Lawrence, we were talking 2 weeks ago. And he was suggesting that these flights are full, So it's.
What? Say that again. I wasn't paying attention.
When we talked about, you said you'd been doing some traveling, and the flights are full.
Oh yeah, from Fort Lauderdale to Chicago, there was 300 people on there.
$27.
Right.
Yeah,
So,
and the round trip ticket to Fort Lauderdale, and I bought this back in November, so there was I had a couple months ahead of
Right.
time when I bought it. It was only, I think it was 183 round trip.
Oh, you could fly to Orlando for spring break for $65.
Yeah, one way, $65, and it's direct too from Albany.
So, but the point is, Lawrence, that we were just talking about the whole issue of, should people have vaccines to fly, even domestically, right? And the airlines are pushing back on that. But it's a matter of,
I tell you what, Len, I feel safe on the airplane.
You were saying that.
I feel more safe on the airplane and in the airport than I do in Hannaford, and that's not to blame Hannaford. At
No,
any
no, no.
grocery store.
I understand.
People aren't wearing their masks in the grocery store, in the airplane, or in the airport, anywhere. There's masked security people that are basically, unless you're sitting down eating, or
Right.
you can't take your mask off. And as I was telling Tony and Val yesterday, no one talks on an airplane anymore. It's
I know.
like as quiet as church or a library.
Yeah, sure.
So, and that's like that in the airport too. If you hear people talking, they're all together in a family that's going to Disney World or something like that.
No, it's a little. I'm not calling
People are very,
They're concerned.
Yeah, they're concerned. But I'm sure come September when the Giant Stadium reopens, and I see that the Yankees are allowing 5,000 fans in per game, 10% occupancy. I'm sure come September when the Giant games start up again, or any NFL, by then everybody should have a vaccine by September. I mean, you'd like to hope that we'd all have a vaccine by then.
The way it's going,
but I would imagine you're going to have a card, or you're going to have to take a rapid test before you go in.
They are. That is very true.
Yeah, and it only takes about 10 minutes to get the results on that.
Well,
rapid
it's
test.
interesting. That's one of the things our governor said yesterday. They want to open up theaters. They want to open up big venues, but you have to have a test prior to going in. That'll be checked. So that guidance is already here. And it's good because we have to be able to have that breakout point. When do we have enough guidance to know what we need to do as a population to go to an event, to go to a football game, basketball game, theater? Theaters, the arts are having some issues right now. Some stuff just doesn't go away, costs. So it's that time. But anyway, I'm sorry, Heidi.
I appreciate your honesty and all that. That was our point.
What's that?
I appreciate your honesty.
Well, you have to have it here.
You do have to have it.
You know.
And even though the reality might be, harsh sometimes.
Listen, it's not easy.
You must remain honest.
Yeah.
People appreciate that.
Well, they want it.
Some, mostly, I would hope.
People that. Again, this is a conversation we could have, over and over again, right? And the conversation's simple. If someone knows what they're dealing with, you can accept it. Yeah. And you make the adjustment. And, we'll use the military. Joey went in. Bryce doesn't want to go in. Maybe perhaps you won't. I believe in the draft. You don't believe in the draft. All that's superfluous. What is important is that you have choices and you know what those options are. Yeah. So you can deal with it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You as a mom, Bryce as a young man, Joey as, Marcy as a mom, Joey as a young man. You know what's in front of you. So if you know it, you can understand it. And I think that's why we call it honesty. You make a choice.
Educated decision.
But that's a very good way to put it. The educated decision. That's exactly correct.
Yeah.
But no, it's
Joe didn't go in the military though.
Huh? Who? Sal. I'm sorry. Joey's the one who's ill. Yeah. How does his scans come out and stuff?
Joe seems to be doing very well right
now. Good. What is that? What kind of cancer did he have?
Ewing sarcoma.
Ewing sarcoma? It affects children?
Yes.
Yeah. Marcy really does talk about that a lot. Yeah, she should. And it's a very debilitating disease.
Yeah. He's not debilitated right now, though. He's doing really, really good.
Good.
And he works at the deli one day a week.
Does he really?
Yeah, he has been, yeah.
Oh, that's excellent.
Yeah, it's good.
That's real good.
So we could continue to talk about this, but not on the radio.
Okay, we'll talk about it later.
Well, no, we can't talk about it on the radio because why?
Why?
Today's our last show.
Oh, today's our last show, Heidi.
Take it to you and the listening audience.
Oh, I know it is. Hey, listen, we had a great time, you know. And today is our last show.
Heidi and Friends show where Len is the only friend. Apparently, don't judge, but my friends apparently all sleep in. I don't think he slept yet.
I know. I did. I have to say it's every couple of weeks we have to get. I get up at 4:30. Today I split wood before I got here.
Oh, nice.
That's why I got up at 4:30. So Terry could have wood to, Heidi calls them toothpicks, so she could put toothpicks in the thing, and then I showered and came over, and we drove up together. So, no, I'm gonna miss it in a funny way.
Together though.
No, we didn't. You had your own car. We drove into the parking lot together.
We used to drive places together.
We did. Oh God.
Actually, we share the driving.
No,
Len would drive, and I would drive.
And we had Danny. Remember Danny
yeah.
Savona from Savona's
Went
Pizza.
on some rides with them.
Oh my God, the funny stories.
You know what? Do you remember that night we were coming home from Rockland after the heroin task force testimony? We drove down there.
Yeah, I did.
And then I needed diesel.
You did.
And then so we got off in Newburgh and we got on 84.
Right.
I now go past that gas station. Do you know how far down 84?
Really?
That is.
So Wayne, Heidi's husband, is
probably
so the nicest man you're ever going to meet in your whole hardest working guy. And I'm not saying this because Heidi's in front of me. I say it all the time, don't I, Heidi? He's got the smile. I'm sure he has his moments, but he's got the smile on his face, and he just works. Whether he's delivering bread, or whether he's chopping wood, or whether he's building a garage, or whether he's building a shelter for one of his vehicles, the man is like constant motion. So, of course, we had Heidi had to do a couple of things. We did like the drug awareness thing was probably one of the bigger ones we've done. And we had to drive down to Rockland. And it's like, the thing is at 6, 7 o'clock in the evening, but we're getting home like 1 o'clock in the morning.
No, it was terrible. I said, I got home, Wayne was getting up for work.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, what the hell? Where are you people?
Well, we had to stop at the diner because we were hungry.
That's right. They had a diner stop.
And then I was driving a diesel then, and I could only get diesel fuel.
Right.
So we had to find one of those, which ended up being like 40 minutes out of our way.
All right. And poor Denny Savona's like, I'm hungry, I got to eat. But then, we're never going to get...
Alexis Diner.
That's right.
And so I rolled in that night just in time for Wayne to get up for work. He was like, you sure you were at a heroin task force?
Oh my God, what a joke. Yeah, but thank God he's such a good guy, and really we have a great relationship. All of us, Danny and me, Wayne, but it's really
fun. Say this, just,
the
tell
stuff.
Wayne, be with Terry and I, and it'll be okay.
Yeah.
Some of the conditions that I've come home in.
Yeah, oh my God.
But it's all good.
There are times when we do go places that, I'll go my way and Heidi go her way, and one night she got stuck at the bar.
Yeah, that was the truth. I did. That was the last time.
That was the last time.
It was a finale.
Yep, and she lost her shoes.
I did lose my shoes.
We can never figure that out.
Ugh.
And Terry kept saying to her, Heidi, where'd you put your shoes? I don't know where I put my shoes.
No, we had the shoes. We made sure they got home because that would have been
They
bad.
did, days later. But anyway, we had some fun time. But today's our last day.
Today is our last show here on Kingston Community Radio.
Yep.
I'll wait for Lawrence to announce who the next hosts will be, but it's going to be great. And, I know that I've been on this with you for a couple of months, but I believe it's been over 2 years that I've actually been doing this.
It's been fun.
Started out with Brian.
Waldman, yeah. It's been fun. It really has.
And I really appreciate the opportunity also.
And I appreciate you asking me as well. I have to tell you, it's fun to talk about stuff. Yeah. Everybody has an opinion and knows. I think we've did a pretty good job, like kind of staying in the middle.
Oh yeah, definitely that.
I
think I'm sure our listeners sometimes want to slit their own eyeballs. But
no, hey, listen.
Not everyone can appreciate our conversations, like us, and our wonderful guests, because we have so many.
Well, we had a few.
We did have.
We had Nick Langworthy.
We had Nick. We had Brock.
Right, we had Brock.
Brock?
I do remember our 17,000 vote guy.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus!
And of course Senator Martucci.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, it was. We've had some fun.
So I've told Lawrence I'd come back as a guest now and then if you were so inclined.
Good.
That'll be good.
Yeah. So it's it was an interesting. It was fun to do. It was. But it's funny. Heidi said to me last week, "Well, Len, you should do a podcast."
Yep, I think you should.
And it's really funny because you say that. Because my nephew Steven is into this whole audio thing. He did all the stuff at the house with the audio and visual and stuff. And so I said to him, "Steve, how hard?" He said, "Oh, it's easy. We'll get a green screen." He's like, he's nuts. But we're going to be doing that. We'll probably start it sometime in the spring.
Oh, that would be great.
Once the house, listen, we're still unsettled,
Well, yeah, but this year you'll finish.
We still have a pod full of stuff that's still in that cord that has to go up to Sullivan, and it's been a challenge.
Well, the weather's not on your side right now.
Well, it has not been at all. It's funny, we're in contract right now, and I'm just getting all the little stuff done,
Yeah.
The fan didn't work, or, it's a little stuff. We're getting through
when
that.
When you're done, it'll be time to paint again.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how it works.
I know. It's just a revolving thing, isn't it?
Stop.
I put Terry's paddleboard thing up, and a paddleboard on it, so she's all ready to go. Yeah, I did that this week.
Good.
That was fun, but that's off the floor. We got the closets. The closets all built out.
Drive around with her paddleboard on the roof of her car like someone else.
No. It never did, but it sat in a box, so that box is out and off the floor. But it's like little things like that. You know what I'm saying? Even clothes. I'm still purging clothes. I have an ironing board, as you can see now.
Oh yeah, your shirt looks pressed.
Yeah.
That's acceptable.
Yeah. I have
Come on, Lawrence. You had to rub it in.
Come on, Lawrence.
Yeah. A surprise guest? Well,
I thought maybe Ken would be calling in or something.
Anyone could call in. I mean, we'd love to hear from you, but I want to keep it light today because it's...
Keep it light, we will.
It's our last day, so, Yeah, right, Lawrence?
I thought we weren't bringing that up.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I'm kidding.
Oh, I did not announce anybody else, so I don't know if that's something you...
I just didn't know if you had Ken coming on or something like that. Or...
No, I don't have Ken coming on. I don't. There's not too much in the legislature. I'll bring up a couple of things after break, though.
I do have a question.
Len has a question. Go ahead, Len.
I had a chance to look at the budget, the county budget.
Yeah.
The fund balance got slammed hard.
Yeah.
How does that?
That's a Ken question.
Yeah, it is, huh?
Yeah. It's math.
That's almost. I hate to use this terrible word. It's almost criminal.
Very difficult year.
Yeah, and I know it's a rainy day. I get that too. But at the same time, you have to look at all the costs. All the personnel, everything. With that, people were talking in Sullivan County, but what about a, executive type of a government? And I was like, you don't know how much that really costs. It does. Having an executive form of government really costs a lot. And I have to say, if Mario Catalano's out there, these guys looked at this, and he'll tell you what it really does cost. Jimmy Quigley, there's a few of them who opposed it way back when.
Yeah, it's been 13 years.
Yeah, and it has been a very, very, very costly way of running government. So that's out there.
Well, when you're talking 13 years ago, you're looking at an entirely different picture.
Well,
politically, I mean...
when you look at it, right?
We just went through a pandemic, and we haven't even fully realized it.
Well, you can't even look at that, because we know it's there. But I'm just talking about the pure cost of running government from day one to now, in terms of the size of government here in Ulster.
Yeah.
That's what's grown. That's not a pandemic issue.
Things have changed. I mean, I would imagine looking back, it's got to be apples and oranges.
Sure it is.
I mean, it really has to be. Look back 13 years ago.
Yeah.
The costs of things and people running our government were different.
A lot. Everything was different.
So many different. I don't know. It's a total different.
Think about what the Department of Social Services is going through right now with this pandemic.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right.
We cut back on social services.
Yeah. So.
On their department,
It's quite the problem we're in. But listen, it'll work itself out. We're resilient as a population, and that's.
I do believe that we will, but I do believe we'll be facing a lot more challenges this year because I think this is going to be the year that we really fully realize this pandemic.
Yeah.
And its effect on, sales tax. There's going to be a report coming out for sales tax. It might not be as bad as we all anticipated.
No, it's not. It's everybody thought the same thing in Orange, and it wasn't quite as bad as people thought it was going to be. But, Thank goodness.
But I do think if we thought last year's budget was going to be difficult, I do believe this year's budget is going to be a lot more difficult. Yeah. We're going to go to a break, and we'll be right back.
You're listening to Kingston Community Radio on WGHQ Kingston. On your radio at 920 AM and 92.5 FM, and also online at mykcr.org.
Question: what will you find on all over-the-counter or OTC medicine packages to help you choose the right drug and use it safely? The answer: the drug facts label. This label lists the medicine's active ingredients and purpose, how much to take, and warnings you should know before using it. Remember, even OTC medicines you buy without a prescription can cause side effects you don't want. So follow the information listed on the drug facts label. For more information, visit fda.gov/drug facts label. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
Long ago, you wouldn't think of galloping on a horse while doing calligraphy, and you wouldn't have attempted to ride your bike while typing a letter. Yet you think you can safely operate a multi-ton vehicle while texting? Behind the wheel is no place to multitask. If you want to BRB, drive now and text later. Lives depend on it.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org, a message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, Noise, and the Ad Council.
100 years ago, there were 100,000 tigers in the wild. Today, there are as few as 3,200. The Earth's wild animals can't speak up when they need help, but we can. Be the voice for those who have no voice. Visit worldwildlife.org.
Hi, I'm Steve Thomas for Habitat for Humanity Restore. Habitat Restores are nonprofit home improvement stores and donation centers that sell new and gently used furniture, building materials, and appliances to the public at a fraction of the retail cost. The Ulster County Restore at 406 Route 28 in Kingston needs your donations. Call our hotline at 845-853-7499 to schedule your free pickup. And thanks.
Hi, I'm Ruth Quick from Town of Ulster. I support Kingston Community Radio, and you should too.
This portion of Kingston Community Radio is brought to you by Ulster Savings Bank. Visit their newest branch, conveniently located at the Ulster Commons Plaza in Lake Katrine. Experience the difference that local community banking offers with the convenience of another great location, easy access, plenty of parking, and a 24-hour ATM. Ulster Savings Bank, invested in community, invested in you. Member FDIC.
And we're back.
Oh, we're back.
We're back.
Anyway, so it's interesting times. So, baseball season's coming.
I could see that lasted long.
What?
Yeah, this is me calling you out.
About what?
Stewart's Cup. I love it. I knew it.
Are you going to be one of the 5,000 fans that goes and watches the Yankees, or are you a Met fan?
I'm a Yankee fan.
Oh, good. That's good to know.
Okay, so what Heidi's suggesting is, we have a Congresswoman, Alyssa Stefanik, who I think is doing a great job, and I think she absolutely is on the right path. She's a young woman. She has a good coalition of women that are with her on the Republican side. And Stuart Chops, about 3 weeks to 4 weeks ago.
Not that long ago.
3 or 4 weeks ago.
Yep.
Said they wouldn't support her with money. Not that they wouldn't support her in wanting her to be
Not just her,
Congresswoman.
but they said that they were going to stop all political
All
donations.
political donations.
To some pressure.
Right. So
Glenn made a public social
I made
media post.
I made two.
Oh, shit.
And one on Facebook.
Were you on Twitter?
And one on Twitter.
Oh, no. He was going to abstain from coffee. And
This is, you want
You were using the cup?
No.
Oh.
I have to tell you honestly. So what happens is this.
And today he walks in with a Stewart's
Well,
cup.
well. That's, I guess, as Lucio Ball would say to Ricky Ricardo, I had to explain.
Okay, you got some explaining to do.
Okay, so.
I said.
Oh, I mean, Ricky said to Lucy, right.
I said to Len, there is no way you're giving up Stewart's. I'm just putting that out there.
So let me just say, this is the first time I've had Stewart's since then.
That's about 2 weeks.
More, 3. But and the reason why is, here it is. So I go down the hill. And what's at the bottom of the hill of 209? It's 4:30 in the, well, not 4:30. Let's call it 4:40, 4:50. No, what am I talking about? I left at 5:30. So that's 5:45. So I say to myself,
This is there for you, always.
I need a cup of coffee.
That's what's like home.
So,
That's why I knew
I walked in and I spent whatever, $1.78.
You're the best.
But, and I have to say this, Heidi, it didn't even dawn on me that I was boycotting
It was
it.
early because you hadn't had your coffee yet.
Therein lies the point.
So you were
But
that fired up about that you forgot.
But if I'm awake, I wouldn't go. There are many. Right, I was like a zombie. I had coffee. But that's true. Very good. I didn't even realize it.
You know why?
Why?
Stewart's is always there for you.
They're always here, except.
They're elected.
No, I get it. And again, I just wish we can get past all the political. We do, because there are so many more.
My coffee or my ice
Listen,
cream.
vaccines in arms, children back to school, all this uniting stuff that had been talked about on Inauguration Day went out the window the day after Inauguration Day. But they have to keep in mind that we have to get everybody together and govern for all of the people. He like Biden, don't like Biden, he's still our president, right? Respect the office. You always said that, and I always said that. So, but Stewart's coffee started this all. So, what can I tell you? That's the way it is. I had to have coffee.
Yeah,
Zombie.
hey, I don't blame you one bit.
It was a long drive. It's 40 minutes.
I resist the urge every night not to pull in there and get a milkshake on my way home.
And you do?
I don't.
You don't get it?
No, I don't stop to get a milkshake.
You're boycotting too?
No, I'm not boycott. I like my clothes to fit.
Your body is boycotting.
Yeah,
Your waist.
Stuff was no joke, and I'm talking about the pounds, not the virus.
I shouldn't talk about.
If the virus wasn't going to get you, the pounds that you put on during the
I
COVID.
shouldn't talk about Terry like this, but she doesn't listen.
Okay, good.
She's still sleeping. Well, she has off today, so she's sleeping. But she
rough on the body, COVID.
My wife lost her mind, and Terry never loses her mind. But she put on a few pounds.
Everyone did, yeah.
Like,
don't say it.
I'm not saying it. I almost said it.
You'll be living in the pod.
So, but let me just say, she's been working out. This is crazy. She works out every morning. She works out. She goes and works out every day, midday. And when she gets home, she works out. And we've been eating very smart, as I call it. We're doing the Fit for Life, basically, for dummies, which is the Suzanne Summers method of eating. Yeah, great. And it's vegetables and protein. You never eat, don't eat anything white. And if you have something that's starchy, you only have it with vegetables. You don't have it with protein, meat.
Having that coffee with a side of broccoli?
I'm not on it. But
no, that's good
I will tell you that, I will say that, because Terry was always fit, the trapeze, you know how she was. Yeah, trapeze, strong, I mean, really upper body strength, the whole 9 yards. And this pandemic thing just beat her, well, because, she used her hands to put food in her mouth, and she was the lunch lady. So if they had extra ribs, or if they had extra sandwiches, she's bringing, we'll have this tonight for dinner.
Quite honestly, I would reward myself for a stressful day during the pandemic. I was working remotely and from home.
Right.
And it's just so easy to have like little snacks and
but
all day long, snacks.
I have to tell you, since we've been like called the clean eating method, right? I don't have any snacks in the house, which is really interesting because if they're not there, you don't eat them.
That's an impossibility in my house. I just
Well, you have the kids.
Donuts on my way out
Right,
this morning and in the back of the car. I will eat them today.
Right. Well, you have kids
What's
too.
interesting for me is, moving to a new location for my employment.
Right.
I don't know where to go to
Did you
eat.
try Oak and Reed yet?
I walked past there the other
Okay.
day. That is, I went to eat there on Monday. I was trying to eat there on Monday, but they're closed on Monday.
Okay.
So that is definitely an option for.
Actually, next Tuesday, after my volunteering.
Yeah, we should do lunch.
No, I can't do lunch. I work through lunch.
Work 1 day a week. Oh, you work through lunch.
Right, I work through lunch. I don't take lunch.
Anyway, yep, next Tuesday.
After we're going there for dinner.
For dinner?
Yes, at Oak and Reed.
And you've been before?
Well, Terry used to order the food from there.
Oh, that's where she was getting the
That's where she was getting some food.
I walked past there. It's called Something Sweet. That's a nice little place.
I haven't been. I don't know anything about it. I mean, I just know it because Terry bought food.
No, I went to go to Oak and Reed on.
What a beautiful building, huh?
Yeah, that whole area right there is very nice.
Yeah. Down further, not so much.
Very strange.
Yeah, it gets a little funky. Yeah. Hoodie. Yeah.
But it's all good.
Hey, it's
something different. I can't
but that's the beauty of upstate New York, by the way. It's diversity.
Well, what I can say, if any of the listeners are looking for their favorite shopping locations that have left Ulster County, unfortunately, you can find them in Orange County.
You can.
Yeah, they have a.
It's crazy, right?
Haynes, they have a Pizza Hut.
They do.
I mean, it's mostly food stuff. Oh, but they have a Christmas tree shop.
They do.
Joyce Leslie. I don't know if anyone out there is listening that
Yeah.
likes. I love Joyce. I love me some Joyce Leslie, even though they staple my bag like I'm a criminal. It's okay.
Yeah.
I noticed down there they have.
They
all
do.
of the
Orange really has exploded.
Yeah.
Well, with jobs too. I mean, look at the hard facts. They don't pass. I don't think their IDA has passed up on any deal that brings jobs, and they don't have. They're all simple pilots. You don't have any deviated pilots. They're all, the people. They want the people to come in. I mean, the big deviated pilot that people talk about the most is Legoland. But you're talking huge revenue. Yeah. And if you look at Legoland, they've lived up even through this pandemic. They lived up every single promise they've made to that county. Every one of them. It's
open for business.
Amazon. Oh, they are hugely open for business. I mean, shocking. I have to tell you, they have created, and it's funny because you don't see the industry. They've hit it. It's industrial parks, but where Mike, your boss, had his bus company. Remember, you went. That came that day.
No, I didn't go.
Oh, okay. It's behind all the stuff. It's like they have place.
That's good planning.
It is good planning. They did a great job.
A good comprehensive plan to.
We need to have that more of that here. We do, and we certainly should. Yeah.
Ulster needs nice things.
You can't have Terry and Heidi have this thing.
No, it's mostly Terry.
Huh? Oh yeah, I know. It's mostly Terry. You happen to agree with her, right?
Yes.
We just can't have nice things.
See nice things in other counties.
Right.
And you want to replicate them in your own.
Right.
And whether it's curbing that's along a road.
Yeah.
But in that particular county, the property taxes were, through the roof.
Where?
Westchester.
Well, you see, Westchester is a different problem completely, right? Why are there, taxes through the roof? Because they pass along the MTA tax. Orange doesn't pass it along. So there are reasons why things happen. Also doesn't have an MTA tax. The proximity to the city. But at the same time, if you went to a public school in Westchester, you're talking about facilities that, mimic stuff that you find in, Texas. Football fields, basketball courts, swimming pools.
A nice new football field at Ronda.
I know.
So your taxes.
Not anymore.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Enjoy that nut. You go watch all the football games. Oh, truth be told, I used to go. Yeah, I used to. Well, because of the parodies, I used to go watch. Rich used to do the wrestling. I used to go.
Watch them under the lights.
Now they're going to have night games. Yeah. Very important.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, it's because it gets dark early in the winter. But they don't play the games in the winter. It's so much fun talking about this stuff because it's so crazy how things work out. But, hey, listen, the kids, and I say this all the time.
I'd rather see it go towards improvements to the facilities than other things, saying
like,
insurance packages and retirements.
Of course. But that still exists. That doesn't go away because the teachers' unions are so strong.
But it's very difficult as a parent that, when there's nothing offered to a child because,
Well, I'll give you.
Oh, man, I went down
You went down
rabbit hole.
Yeah, you went down a really bad hole.
Beehive.
Okay, so here's the problem, Heidi, with your statement. Okay, you take round out, right?
Round out.
That too. Ron, R-O-N-D.
Round out.
Right. Round out. So anyway, you take that specific school district. Only 20% of the kids use sports. That means 80% don't participate. And it's the same revolving kids.
Yeah.
So it's really it's a different kind of problem. So you say to yourself, well, what are you offering the other 80%? And that answer we still don't have. That's a concern. So when you make an investment in what we call the kids, right? They're always used as the anchor for when we talk about budgets. You have to do it for the kids. You have to talk about, you should have to talk about the whole, not the partial. The partials, listen, parents that push kids into sports or the kid likes the sport.
Yeah, because there's you can push your kid, but it's exhausting. I
Right.
pushed Bryce all through baseball. And that
Did you really?
Yeah, even after a head injury like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I think he played one year after that, into 1 year of Little League.
Really?
He started when he was 4.5,
Would you hit him because he didn't play well?
Coach did.
A coach hit him?
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. He wasn't looking, and the coach threw the ball. He got a little fracture. And
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
That's a terrible experience.
Yeah, it was terrible, but he came back after that. But nonetheless, I don't have the pep talk in me to, I'm not that parent.
No, you're not. You're not that parent. No, I get that.
Maria tried volleyball last year.
How'd she like it?
Great until she decided to vape, then that.
Oh, right, the vaping.
Then it just turned into a huge big deal where they wanted to have a meeting with the athletic director, and it's no.
Yeah, and you see, this is the hypocritical part.
Oh, you have no idea the hypocrisy that lied with
because think about this for a second. Here's a kid, and the only thing she should ever take in her life is vaping, okay? Yeah. But at the same time, I'm not saying, and I'm not one of these people, it's a gateway thing or whatever. No, it's not that. It's not. But instead of embracing the kids, say, listen, we want you to play volleyball. We're not going to ban you for. There's ways of talking about stuff.
Well, it also all depends on who you're hanging out with. For me. So.
Okay. Well, you have control over that.
Well, I do, but I'm not going to put her in an atmosphere where the people around her on the team, and one person takes the fall for everything.
Well, that's how it always is, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, that wasn't worth it for me, though.
No, of course not. But you see. We can get into this conversation because, listen, I was one of those kids, believe it or not. I was not. I lost my dad at 13. My mother was managing pretty much of a handful. And my mother used to say, man, you just have to remember that you're the one making the choices. And she was right. She was right then. She passed away, but she was right before she passed away. That Lydia is. She has to take responsibility for the choices she makes.
Yes, she did. So we did not go in front of
right.
a board of people.
But they should have not put her in that position.
Well, we did, and I had that conversation, and they want to talk about, these kids that are doing things and making their punishments less punitive. Restorative justice, that's what we should all be about. So suspending someone seems fairly punitive. Taking them off a sports team is punitive.
Yep.
So instead, I suggested that she write her feelings down.
Right.
And what,
How'd that work out?
did very well, actually.
Okay,
Very,
good.
very well.
But she didn't want to go back?
No, I didn't encourage her to continue with the team, no.
Okay.
No.
So think about that. She's not playing sports.
Well, there are no sports to be played.
Oh, that's true. When they come back.
Wait, like you can't even just forget the whole thing.
Yeah, we're going to get out of this
Horrible.
conversation.
Yeah, I want to go to sleep.
Okay.
So moving on. It's Valentine's weekend.
Oh, what are you doing?
I think
What you're supposed to say is, what is her husband doing for her, right?
Right.
You know what? Wayne is actually off next week, which is a huge big deal.
Is he really?
Yeah. He planned this, because of his job situation, he has to, take what weeks are available and plan it a year in advance.
What, did they put someone on his route?
They have one route driver, so it's, he drives different routes for 50 weeks a year.
Interesting.
So, there's so many guys that need this
Right.
one route driver, so you have to book,
Gotcha.
book 'em out, hey, buddy, what do you got available?
Right.
President's Week. Okay, good. We'll probably be able to go away and do something.
Right. What are you doing?
Nothing. What is there to do?
Oh, he's going to cut wood.
You know it. Yeah. You know he's going to split wood.
So what is Wayne going to do for you, as Lawrence just suggested?
I think I heard him ask me if I wanted flowers. I'm like,
Oh.
I don't want roses. If anyone sees Wayne, let him know that I don't want roses.
You don't like roses?
They're very pretty. They're just not for me.
Okay.
So now I don't. He had mentioned. What are we gonna do? We're gonna get some snowmobiles and go up north? No. He said to me the other day, would you like me to buy you a snowmobile for Valentine's Day? I was like, what, are you out of your mind? No, I'd rather have a snow blower, like one of those little mini ones, which I do have one of those, but if you'd like to give me or like a nice little leaf blower. Apparently it's got to be electric now. I don't know what's going on in New Paltz, but they're trying to ban gas-powered leaf blowers. But I would rather, because that's how I got my bikes. Terry was asking me about bikes. I guess you guys are looking into getting bicycles. Not sure if you realize that.
No, this is news to me.
Yeah, she's looking to get you some mountain bikes, which are really hard to come by right now.
Trex. We want to Trex. I didn't know that.
So I
had a Trex 970.
I had a snowmobile, and so did Wayne. Back when the kids were young, we had the trailer. We did the up north thing, and it wasn't for me.
I had a snowmobile.
Yeah, and so we would go up, and I wouldn't leave the hotel.
Really? Did you go Old Forge?
Old Forge, and so like someone's sled would break down, and they'd be riding the Arctic Girl, my sled, because I wasn't driving it. And so after a few years of that, I was like, listen, that snowmobile's worth a lot of pocketbooks. I'm selling mine.
Oh, Jesus.
I never go up. So we actually made a deal with a bike guy out of New Jersey. He was called the Bike Boss. He's right down the block from the Cake Boss, that show, the Cake Boss.
Uh-huh.
So we went on and worked out a deal for some cash and some brand new bikes from the Bike Boss in New Jersey, and so that's where I got my bike.
Do you ride it?
I used to a lot, yeah.
Really?
I used to in the campground. That's all we did was ride.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I put a lot of miles on that bike.
Yeah, wow.
I don't have that much time now. I walk.
Are you camping this year?
Wayne, what did he want you to ask me that?
No.
He's got to get his money's worth again. I'd love to. I'm looking at a campground closer to my employer.
I hope you do that.
That would be so great.
It would be.
Yeah, even if I did do Rondout, it's still like 20 minutes closer.
Oh, that's true.
So yeah. I'll set up shop. I'll have a nice little. There's one up by you.
Yeah, a couple.
Gotta find one. Drop the camper there.
Wow, that would be so fun.
Yeah, I could live there.
If I had a little bit more property, you could put it in my front yard.
What's his name?
Who?
The association guy.
Pat?
Find out from Pat.
About what?
I don't know. Don't they have like a sewer?
We don't.
Somewhere I could
We
just.
don't.
Line in.
We don't.
Come home, I'll go to the clubhouse, swim in the lake.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah, it would be great. I got my paddle boards. I'll be like, what house do they live in? I think they occupy that fifth wheel over there.
Oh, no, we don't know.
It'll be like Clark's cousin when he comes to visit.
Yeah, exactly.
Eddie. I'll be the Eddie of the Lake Marie Louise.
Yeah. What a great... I tell you, it's really funny. We did the ice skating thing, right? Until the snow screwed that up. But we have a plan for next year. So... Huh?
Put some plastic down?
Worse. Yeah. So... So I'm looking into... We have the gator. That's still here. So...
she's gonna make you do the...
Well, there's a way of putting a big snow brush on those things with the hydraulics that lifts the back up. Yeah. So there's an adapter you buy and this thing that...
Oh, she's been researching.
And it's not that it's not the costly. And then we got to put... She wants to put a big plastic water tanks on the back of it.
Oh, just do what you said.
Right, so you could... through the water, and while you're snow blowing, you could actually Zamboni it to, resurface at the same time. So that's going to be my summer project.
Yeah, I like that.
You do?
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
For who, you?
Well, no, I don't ice skate.
I don't either. Yeah, I don't think she's going to run this thing. I think I'm going to be out there
gives you something to do.
Having my
You can't
teeth
just
chatter.
To retire onto other things.
Yeah. I have plenty of things to get myself busy. Oh.
No, I'm not an ice skater.
Oh. You have any birthdays today, Heidi?
We do birthdays next.
Yeah, I know. I was wondering if we have any.
Yeah, I think there's a couple in there.
Good.
Or one. What's in there? I didn't look.
We have a couple. Yep,
Good.
Good.
So we'll do when we come back.
Yeah.
Do birthdays at 8 o'clock. Len, pace yourself.
7:55.
Show.
I know.
You want to go to break now, or do you want to?
Sure, let's go to break now. We'll come back with birthdays.
Birthdays.
Okay.
You're listening to Kingston Community Radio on WGHQ Kingston. On your radio at 920 AM and 92.5 FM, and also online at mykcr.org.
Think fast. In the short time it takes to listen to this message, a small flame can turn into a big fire. Several minutes more, and thick, poisonous smoke may have filled your lungs and reduced your ability to respond. Give it 5, and your entire home may be filled with flames.
Keep breathing. We got you.
Don't let your world go up in smoke. Have working smoke alarms and practice an escape plan for you and your loved ones. Learn more at usfa.fema.gov, because fire is everyone's fight.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from. All that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Hi, this is Tony Marmo from Norman Staffing, and we've been bringing together employers and job seekers since 1980. If you're an employer and have job vacancies, let Norman Staffing help fill them with permanent or temporary workers. We screen, interview, and recommend the best candidates for your company. We make the employment process easier and faster for you. Please call Norman Staffing for your employment needs at 338-9111, 338-9111, or normanstaffing.com.
Have you ever experienced a wish come true? For a child battling a critical illness, a wish come true can be a turning point. One song, one dance, one game, one adventure, one moment changes everything. Make-A-Wish needs your support to grant the wish of every eligible child. Visit wish.org now to help grant more life-changing wishes. Together, we can transform lives, one wish at a time.
Hi, this is Winnie from the Rosendale Seniors, and I support Kingston Community Radio, and so should you.
This programming is brought to you by the Friends of Kevin Cahill. As a strong advocate of local broadcasting, Assemblymember Cahill urges you to support Kingston Community Radio with your time and donations. Your contributions keep KCR vital and on the air at FM 92.5, AM 920, and on the web at mykcr.org. Please join Assemblymember Cahill and send your gifts of $10, $25, or more to Kingston Community Radio, Post Office Box 4364, Kingston, New York 12402. Together, let's keep KCR alive.
And we're back.
Hey, Heidi.
You know what time it is?
I don't know. What time is it?
It's birthday time.
It's birthday time.
And I believe you have the first birthday.
We
have no birthdays for today.
No, this one's for February 13th. Okay. Happy birthday, Jenna Pitt. She's going to be 14 years old. Love, Grandma Diane.
Aw, happy birthday,
Happy
Jenna.
birthday. Then we wish a happy birthday to Walter Bolenbach from your friends at the Wellness and Health Lifestyle Club. Happy birthday. And the winner, we got the bell? Get the bell. Hold on. The winner of today's Boyce Mill Dairy Milk House, famous for their cow pie, is Jenna Pitt. Happy birthday, Jenna. Please go enjoy your cow pie. And what do you got, Heidi?
And I have the birthdays for Sunday, February 14th, which is Valentine's Day.
Valentine's
What a nice day
Day.
to have a birthday.
It is, right?
Not a nice time of the year, weather-wise, but still a nice day.
Oh, it is.
So we would like to wish a very happy birthday to Sue Herwig from your friends at the People's Place, and we hope you enjoy your special day.
Happy birthday.
And the winner of the Boyce Dairy Milk House cow pie
Let me
for
guess.
February 14th is
Sue
Herwig. Enjoy your cow pie, Sue. Woo!
Happy birthday. Well, those are great for birthdays. You know, Heidi reminded me during break that next week starts Lent already. It's Ash Wednesday, right?
Yes, Ash Wednesday.
So, guess what I'm going to give up, Heidi? Nope. I'm giving up Stewart's coffee.
Why? I like Stewart's coffee.
I love Stewart's coffee, but that's the whole
Or are you
point.
just giving up coffee in general?
No, for Lent.
Oh, for Lent.
Can't go to Stewart's. So this is just, we'll put you on warning. So if anyone sees Mr. Bernardo at Stewart's.
Getting coffee.
Or at Stewart's, or it's just coffee or?
No, I shouldn't be going to Stewart's at all for Lent.
Okay.
Oh,
so
boy.
For Lent,
But
let him cook something he loves.
Except if there's an emergency guest
Pray
stop.
on it. He should pray on it.
Right, and I will pray on it.
Oh, except, whoa, he's got an exception.
Well, only if I get into a jam with gas.
Emergency gas situation.
Right, because you know, if that's the only thing in town and you're going to run out of gas.
It's Lent already.
Yeah, it is. It's
very
Wait,
early
when is Easter this year?
It's very early in April.
Oh, it is?
When does petition season start? The 22nd? I don't even know.
I have no idea. I expected you would know that.
No, I don't need to know. I have no party.
I have no party.
We have no party.
I have no party.
We ain't got no party.
Let me see when Easter is. Easter.
It's got to be March.
April 4th.
That's my birthday.
Holy shoot, it is your birthday.
I was born on Palm Sunday. Oh, wow. 1955. So
So you've had Easter birthdays before?
I've had Palm Sunday and Easter birthdays before.
Yeah. Bryce was born on Holy Thursday, came home on Easter Sunday.
Is that right? He's in Aries? Yeah. That poor kid. Hey, how's the retrograde going? What's going on? Is it?
What happened to me the other day?
No, when is it over?
Never. It goes for all of 2021. I don't know when it ends. February 22nd or so.
Okay, so it ends quickly.
It's ending. Not really. I mean, we've been in it though, Len.
I feel like I've been in it for years.
So I needed gas. So it said, what did it say? Okay, I needed gas. I was going to work Wednesday morning. Wayne said, hey, don't get it in the morning. Get it in the evening. It'll be warmer out.
Okay, that's nice of him.
I said, okay. Oh, that's when I left early so that I could get my car washed. Remember, that's the day.
Yeah, what happened with that?
So, it's hard working in a new town because you're getting used to, everything, the people, So I saw this car wash the other day, and I was like, that looks like a nice little car wash. I should, start going there. It's over by where I work. So Wednesday morning, it had snowed Tuesday because it snows on Tuesdays.
Right.
So Wednesday, I left early. I was gonna get gas. Wayne convinced me to wait till the evening. So now I'm like a half hour early. So I'm gonna go to that car wash. Apparently they weren't ready for customers yet because they were still shoveling it out and whatnot. So I pull around to the back of the building. Now I'm a half hour early, and the office is only 10 minutes down the road. And there's this huge stretch limousine in front of me. So I'm like, what? Okay, well, I would assume that they're just going to drive this through the car wash.
Right.
And then I go. But that's a really long limo. Like, how do you drive that through there?
Yeah, well, it has sense to
So,
that, yes.
I get behind the limo. The limo pulls into this garage thing. It doesn't look like our local car wash here. I'm not quite sure what was going on. But after about 5 minutes, the limo driver gets out of the limo and then sits down in a waiting area. And workers come over and start hand spraying it and all this. And 10 minutes have gone by, and I realize, they haven't even really started totally washing this. I don't know. It looks like it's a hand wash. I'm not sure what. But I had to abort the mission.
Abort the mission.
It was that was a real, and they were going to hand dry it also.
Oh, God.
So I was like, God has such a sense.
I know there's a Dawson Avenue car wash that's pretty good, but you're not near Dawson Avenue.
No. So then I said, abort that. Go to work, and I'm scoping out gas stations, because there's some. There's some gas stations.
Some gas stations.
So I find this BP, and I'm like, I'm going to hit that BP on my way home.
There you go.
That looks legit. Okay. So after work, I swing into the BP, and it's nice, very nice BP. And I get out, and I put my credit card into the credit card slot.
The right slot.
And I hit debit, and nothing. It says, insert your card. Then it says, come inside. Now that makes me just so annoyed.
Yeah.
I pull the card back out, I restart the thing, I put back in, I do it all over again, saying, come inside. Then you look in there, and there's the creepy gas station guy. He's like, I'm not. So now screw you. I'm not coming inside. So
you come outside.
So I'm like, bye, buddy. I'm not getting gas here now. So I get in my car, and I can't make a left out of the parking lot. And so that was, I literally had to circle back around. Now my gas tank says 60 miles till empty.
I see, have plenty of gas.
So I'm like, that's going to at least get me to Rosendale.
Right.
But then the whole ride down the thruway, I'm constantly looking at so I got gas at the Mobile when you get off the thruway in New Paltz right there.
Yeah.
Very easy.
Yeah.
But this freaked me out. So I put my card in the thing, and I have my hood up because it's 2 degrees.
Right.
And I'm pumping gas, and all of a sudden, I hear Catskill World Resorts, and I'm like, someone's talking to me. It had television on the gas pump.
You're kidding me.
And then the whole time you're pumping the gas, and then there was a Wendy's commercial for Bacon Cheeseburger Deluxe.
Oh, really? How you didn't want to try any of that, huh?
Oh, I mean, it made the pumping the gas time go nicely.
Right, it's like watching
TV.
TV.
As soon as you hang the pump up, the TV turns off.
Oh.
So it scared me. But anyway, at that point I had really, the lies we tell ourselves, I'll get gas in the morning.
Uh-huh.
We shouldn't do that.
No.
But now I'm full. And I know that I'm not going to that BP. And I'll get gas probably at Stewart's in Rosendale. And the best touchless car wash, I mean, I do love myself some Hoffman, but it's not on my way anywhere. But the best touchless car wash that I found is at that Kerr-Honson gas station, that Kerr-Honson car wash.
Absolutely. It sprays your under.
That's a great one. I will literally drive there.
I always go there.
That's a good one. It got my car.
It sprays underside?
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to tell you. So I hit the car wash in Rosendale after I got the gas in New Paltz.
Did you get stuck in it?
No, it wouldn't take my credit card either. Swiped it.
You have to wipe it.
I did everything. And then finally I was like, it just wants cash.
It just wants cash.
2 5s and I got the chintziest $10 car wash you could imagine.
Not good.
It was, it sufficed, but it was not.
No, the one in Kerr-Honson is very good. No, it's a good. Yeah.
Really good. Still,
well, I get the $12
I'm not
one.
sure if I'll go back to that other one in Middletown with the hand wash thing. I'm not sure.
That's where I'm going today to get my car with the Kerr-Honson.
Oh, you gonna go there?
Yeah, I always go there.
Maybe I'll go that way to work.
Oh, there you go, down 209. I got to stop at the house. I got to put the exhaust fan in. That's going to be a pain in the neck.
Yeah, so in any case, I do believe that this has to do with the retrograde.
Okay, so
Communications.
the 22nd.
Yeah, I think we're in. Well, there was a new moon yesterday too, which is really great. It's new beginnings and whatnot. And
Yeah.
what's the sign?
It's my life, new beginnings.
Yeah, hey, that's good. Right?
Yeah.
Let me look up the retrograde. Let's see when that ends. I think it's the 22nd.
So getting back to...
February 21st. One more week.
So at work right now, are the big issues COVID?
Yes. Well, we're still dealing with a lot of Department of Labor issues.
Still, huh?
Yeah, still people, because with the PUA that the federal government...
What's going on with that?
There was an extension of benefits. However, they needed you to recertify. It doesn't you're automatically qualified for the extension through that.
Right.
But you still have to recertify. For many people, they need.
So how do I get my $1,400?
No, that's different.
Oh.
That's stimulus.
That's stimulus.
Yeah, that's a federal issue. You should
Can
call Delgado's office. He'd be so happy to talk. Would you like me to provide you with the number?
I have it, thank you.
But yeah, no, if you're still waiting on your stimulus or if you want to check the status.
Yeah, I didn't get my stimulus.
You can always call your congressional representative. So, but no, Department of Labor, we're getting, still some issues. There's been some fraud that's been occurring with that people receiving benefit cards who did not apply for unemployment.
So I am going to, I'm going to start collecting my Social Security in April.
My mom got her call the other day.
She did? Yeah. What is her birthday?
March 13th.
Oh, that's why.
So
yep, a month out. They call you, so I called. They said, we'll call you a month out.
Call early.
Don't call early.
Yeah, they'll give you a call. So she spent a little time. My mom's is a little bit different because she collects through my dad's railroad retirement.
But she gets her own anyway, right?
I don't know. Listen, that's the $1 million question. I don't understand what you people all have to go through when you get to this age. I don't even know that that's going to be there for me to worry about. Number one.
I like what you posted yesterday. I mean, my window years. I wonder where my keys are. I wonder where the lights are. It's so true, bud. I have lose it, move it disease. If I move it, I lose it. It's a very bad syndrome.
I love him so much.
He has that syndrome too, huh?
He's got that syndrome, and he continually forgets what day it is.
So because I have this syndrome.
One time, my dad though, he's sitting there on his there was 2 times. He's on his phone, so my mom makes him wear the earphones.
Right.
So one time I'm like, how come I can still hear Daddy's phone if he's got his earbuds in? I don't have it plugged in. Then the other day I'm talking to him and he's on his phone doing his thing, and he's acting like he can't hear me. He only has one earbud in. So I don't know what. My mother goes, he's got his earbuds in. I go, no, he doesn't. He's
No, Perry has a new thing now. When you mentioned about the hearing, it made me laugh because, like, if I'm right now, I'm talking to you, even if I can't see your lips, I can still understand, I can still talk. But if you happen to be in another room and you talk, it's like I don't hear. So poor Terry, it's like, Len, and like nothing's, and evidently she's calling me, so she has to come out of the bedroom. Not that we have a big house anymore, she comes out, Len, oh yeah. So that, and now she says to me, because I have this other issue, you see, I have move it and lose it, but everything I move, Terry's moved.
Nah, that's what you guys think.
Yeah, I know. So now I have to call her Alexa. Alexa, get my keys.
Find my keys.
I don't even have Alexa.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I'm really bad.
Wayne is convinced that I touch everything and that I also throw everything out because I've never moved away from the time that I threw out the $65 lottery ticket winner that was 6 months old.
It's a funny thing that...
Why would you leave that lottery ticket on the counter for weeks on end?
Because you don't want to lose it.
I'm tired of looking at it. That's a warning. But I threw it in the garbage, and it was at 6, and you would have thought it was the end of the world. It was $65.
Yeah, well, you throw 60. If I took out,
I probably do.
You would throw in the garbage right now.
No, not on purpose, but I probably accidentally lose 65. I mean, look in this pocketbook. It's
But it's true. It's as you get older, silly things go on, man. I got to tell you, and you don't even realize it. And
yeah, you got to keep you. I talked to a woman a couple weeks ago. She was a very nice lady. She was a constituent, and she attributes her, health to a study. She used to work for Pfizer. She did a study, but way back when, and it was blueberries and their antioxidant effects on the brain. And she every day will eat a handful of blueberries.
Really?
And keeps her mind sharp. And
I got to try that.
Yeah, you remember my friend George.
I was drinking blueberry brandy. Does that help?
That's got extra healing.
Blackberry brandy. Right there.
Oh no, blackberry, blueberry, whatever.
Right, that's what I'm thinking.
You remember George Christian? He he likes to pick blueberries, and he was doing a delicious blueberry juice and jarring it. He was boiling it all down and you could put that over ice cream. You could just drink it straight. But it had a lot of antioxidants.
Really, I did not know that.
The healing powers of blueberries.
I make waffles, and I make blueberry waffles.
Yeah, that's good.
I throw the blueberries right in the mixture. Yeah. I make a bean waffle. It's very good. Yeah. Bean, oats.
Red bean burger yesterday.
Oh, did you really? Yeah. I love bean burgers. Yeah, that was really good.
I do think though that what you put in your body, longevity wise.
Oh, well, today I was listening to NPR on the way over, and they were talking about where the coronavirus come from and this and that. Now they're thinking it comes from this 1.2 billion square foot freezer in China in frozen foods, right? But it's frozen foods they only distribute in China, not that they ship out overseas. But when you think about those kinds of things, I said to myself, well, I'm not going to get corona from frozen vegetables. Why? Because I don't eat. We use everything: fresh vegetables, fresh fruit. I wash everything down. I have sprays.
Is it hard? Wouldn't cooking it kill it?
I don't know. Maybe touching it. Maybe touching the packaging.
You should probably not lick it.
Don't lick it. It's like kind of like licking windows. You don't do that either.
No, that's not good to do.
No.
Not anymore.
No. So, but no, it's you read so much stuff, you don't know what's true, not true, but it's interesting.
Yeah, you want to keep your brain sharp, and it all revolves around.
I have you try to keep your brain, like your poor father, people like me and him, we don't realize it slips away from you.
Well, you also use machinery that affects your hearing.
What's that?
Yeah, exactly. The leaf blowers and the tractors and the chainsaws.
How about the rink, all the music, all those nights.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. And Wayne's having that issue now too with the hearing situation.
Yeah.
What I never understand with him is, when he's on the lawnmower, he'll have the
mufflers on.
No, but it's music, which I'm sure he's blasting. How the heck is that?
It's not helping.
I don't. Clearly.
It takes out the.
It's so frustrating for the other person, like the exertion to have to yell.
Don't you have hand signals?
Can't see me in the kitchen.
Oh.
Good thing you can't, because I can tell you what I'd be gesturing.
But Heidi, I got to ask you a silly question.
What?
You're standing in the kitchen. He's outside in the lawnmower, and you're yelling at him?
Oh, no, I know better than to do that. I have to throw stuff at him.
Oh, you throw stuff at him from the kitchen?
No, No, I'm talking without that on now. He's
right.
deaf.
Okay. Yeah. So if he doesn't have it on, are you still in the kitchen?
If he doesn't have the
headphones on.
If he's standing in the kitchen and I'm in the living room.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, when he's on the tractor, I have to wait till he he goes.
Right.
The house is on fire. I have to wait for him to turn around.
I have to get big cars.
And if he tells me if I got to get off this machine, I'm not making any money.
Oh God, I gotta love Wayne, man. Yeah. He is such a great guy. He's good. He does very well. Anyway, what's the phone number here, Heidi?
Oh, the number is 845-331-3255. Actually, I have to check that. Don't
call in. We can say goodbye. Today is our last day. And I'll be calling in maybe occasionally. I'll call into the You and Mario show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You and Mario.
You and Mario.
Kingston Community Radio.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Trying to find it. Yeah, 331-9255.
Yeah, call in, say hello, say goodbye.
You say goodbye.
So I'm not going to see you every other Friday morning.
I don't know when I'll ever see you again now.
No, I'll stop up the office.
Stop up the office. I'll be there.
Yep.
There most days.
Yeah, you are.
Yep.
So, you had a great run. You did. That's a lot of fun. You know what's really interesting is that you have the ability to do so. You're getting to see people's issues from a different count, from three or four different counties, 4 counties, right?
Oh.
Ulster, Orange, Sullivan, and Delaware.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Are they the same issues?
Yes.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's always the same issue, just a different area. And that applies to everything in life when you think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, when I worked for Amador, it was Ulster, Greene,
Yeah.
Parts of Schenectady, Albany.
Yeah.
Same issues. It's great, though, getting to meet new people, making new contacts,
Yeah.
networking.
It is. It's a great business, to help people. It is. I'm only doing it 1 day a week, and I tell you, it's very satisfying, isn't it?
Yes, it's very satisfying,
And it's really some of the stuff. I mean, this COVID thing, although not mundane, it's just a process we're going through right now. Something new that we're going through. We have to,
Well, that's the frustrating aspect is that when you can't help somebody, right? And that's very difficult, right? Because we're hardwired to want to help, and
Yep.
I think people expect us also to be able to help, and we're just in one of those situations where
Yep.
we give you whatever information we have,
Yep.
but sometimes I just have to say I'm really sorry that I'm not as helpful as I'd like.
Well, it's funny. That's what we were talking about earlier about this COVID thing. On Tuesday, I do my volunteer work. I was telling Heidi earlier that give me the names. I'll check them, see what if they say they're registered, we'll make sure they're on the list and see where they are. But we can if we all apply ourselves. Right, I'm only a volunteer 1 day a week, and that's the only day that they do phone calls, although they do some Wednesday. That you could have some effect where you can actually get back to somebody and say, yes, I spoke to someone that has the ability to look at the list. This is where we are. There are 14,000 people on the list. Your number, whatever. Yeah, you have a good idea. But the harsh reality is that we all have to do our job to give everyone, you specifically in your job and other people who do the kind of work you do, is just giving the people the information that they need. That's like
complete as much transparency as you can possibly.
Hey,
have.
as much as I think I'm savvy, not savvy, or whatever, this whole thing about getting my Social Security check is completely on my mind. It really is so strange.
It's a lot, though, for people to do.
It feels a lot.
Yeah.
It's not a lot.
Deadlines and whatnot too. If you don't,
and if you don't do it,
miss it, then you're penalized for life and all this weird stuff.
Yeah.
You gotta pick this.
I had to because Terry.
And every year you have to revisit your health.
Well, it's interesting because right now I have Plan A with Social Security. You have to have that. But my Plan B, like my health Part B, I have with Terry because she's still working. So they have to note that. You know what I'm saying? It's really right because otherwise you lose it.
There's your supplemental.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And it breaks my heart because every fall my grandmother will get explanation of benefits and there's some days I remember a couple years ago, she was literally looking at this thing for an entire day. At that point she was 88 years old. And I remember just snatching the papers away and saying, just stop. Like, I don't even understand this. You're 88 years old, and this is the last thing you should be crying over.
I have to tell you something, and you're going to hope.
Insurance facilitators are helpful. You have to get in touch with one of them because it's very, very confusing, and it breaks my heart to know that our seniors have to deal with these things.
I used to tease. I'm not teasing anymore. Everybody wants to have their college loans paid for, or they want to have their rents paid for or really eliminated or whatever you call it. Now I'm on the senior kick, and I'm saying I want an increase in benefits. I don't want to pay school taxes. I want something back too. And I say that because that's the world what's coming to. When do I get mine? And it's a terrible way to look at it because, we have the issues of all the immigration, right? We have all sorts of benefits that go out there. But who's forgetting the seniors? Oh, man. Right? Why are we paying these taxes? And I'd be very serious about it. It's like, why can they have all the giveaways? I invested in the state and the federal government all my life, right? With all these taxes and all these, unemployment tax and everything else. And I just want some benefit now. So when I look in here about, the fund.
About the property transfer tax fee that the county's trying to implement.
I don't really care. Let them implement it.
It's going to affect you when you sell your house.
No, it's not.
Theoretically, if you wait a couple of months and this...
I'm not. That's my point.
If this should pass,
right.
They're going to hit you in the ass on your way out and grab a couple of bucks out of your pocket before you leave.
Isn't that ridiculous?
Yeah.
It is.
If you haven't paid enough, you didn't pay tax when you bought the property.
Right.
Transfer tax when you got the new house.
Exactly.
And then on the way out, we're going to hit you one
well, I hope to close before then, to be honest with you.
Exactly. That's what my point is.
I should be closing in beginning of March, mid-March. But no, it's a problematic situation. Yeah. It is.
No, and I agree. It's so imperative, too, that people make sure they're getting all of the property tax exemptions that they are qualified for.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah, make sure. You can always speak with your local town assessor.
Oh, is that right?
Make sure that you are, on board, all signed up.
Well, I know I get my ag one.
Because I do know that certain towns have adopted a veterans exemption. That goes by municipality. Not all towns do
now,
that.
dig this one, because I got a medical discharge, I'm not eligible.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah,
Thank you, President Reagan.
It's crazy. There are things that are just really crazy.
Yeah, they're really fine lines. Yeah. You fight for your country, you get hurt, and then it's worse. But no, it's
good thing you've downsized.
Oh my God, it feels so good.
Yeah.
I vacuumed yesterday, right? I swear to God, Heidi, it took me longer to take the vacuum out than to vacuum. And here I am.
I really use one of those Roombas now.
Terry loves them. I don't like them.
I don't know how it could go all willy-nilly.
It does.
And work.
It works. Yeah. I just don't think it gets in the corners. It doesn't get on top of the baseboards, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't climb walls. So I vacuum. But it doesn't take anything. It's like
the camper.
It's like having a bigger camper. It's like having a camper the size that you have. Heidi's got a camper, I swear to God, it just keeps going. And there's more.
That is true.
It's a big camper. I think it's honking. How long is it? 60 feet?
Yeah.
45 feet?
No, it's 40.
Oh, 40 feet. Yeah. It's big, but it goes wide too.
Yeah, it goes wide.
Very wide. Both sides go wide.
Lots of slide outs.
Oof.
Outdoor kitchen.
When I walked in that thing, and Terry goes, and Heidi says, go up these stairs. I says, you got stairs?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. But it's true.
A lot of use out of that, though. But that was always easy to clean,
Oh, this is a cinch to clean. The real issues, obviously, it's like everything else, keeping you
It's funny
clean.
because when you're younger, you want these McMansions and giant. And now
It was a thing to have.
Yeah, I know. Now everything needs downsized.
Oh my God, downsize is not. It's like crazy easy. Yeah. But I tell you, it's just different, Like I have I have all my albums and my stereo system set up downstairs. We just got to bring the big couch over to put downstairs. But that was kind of fun because it's so easy access at the house. I open up the door, slide the doors back. It was my records were over there. This beautiful air thing.
They're all built built-in.
Yeah, all built-ins. So it's a little bit easier now. They're on the same rack. So things be, you put yourself in a position, but it's strange to live in a smaller place. It's easier. Vacuuming, dusting, there's nothing to dust. We have no furniture.
I have to do my floors on a total separate day of doing anything else.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, because you gotta vacuum them all, then you gotta
Wash
them all.
Right.
I got 2 sets of stairs.
I don't have any of that.
I don't bother doing the basement, though. I gotta clean that with a blowtorch at some point.
What?
Basement.
Why?
Sal could have cleaned the basement before he left one last time.
Oh, he did it. He did it one time, didn't he?
Yeah, every once in a while. I think Sal would head the charge for a basement.
Oh, he was the guy?
Yeah.
That's funny.
We're gonna go to a break. We'll be back.
You're listening to Kingston Community Radio on WGHQ Kingston. On your radio at 920 AM and 92.5 FM. And also online at mykcr.org.
On top of first-class care, you will never receive a bill. The only thing we had to worry about was just keeping Azalea comfortable. St. Jude saved her life.
Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
A message from the American Migraine Foundation.
It's an absolute nightmare.
There's pain that does not stop.
I feel trapped by migraine.
Migraine is a disabling disease.
I feel like I'm dying. You feel like the world's closing in on you. There's nothing you can do.
It's like you're trapped in your head. There's no escaping it. You can't leave your body.
Don't suffer alone. Make your move against migraine. Visit AmericanMigraineFoundation.org to find help, learn more, and get connected.
We are Lions. We bring hope where it's needed. We are a global force for good. Support causes that matter. Change lives. Change communities. Change the world. We can do more together than we can alone. Join in. Experience the joy of serving. Be part of the movement. Give back. Let's unite the world for good. We are Lions. You can be too. Visit weserve.org.
Everyone is talking about healthcare these days. America spends twice that of other developed countries on our healthcare system, yet our health ranks near the bottom. How can we stop spending so much and getting so little? By shifting to a system that gives more patients access to strong primary care. Primary care can help make America healthy again. To learn more about the benefits of primary care, visit www.healthisprimary.org. This message is brought to you by America's Family Physicians.
Hi, my name is Jackie Lovezzo. I'm from Lake Katrine, and I support Kingston Community Radio because it is an invaluable resource to the community and its residents.
This portion of Kingston Community Radio is brought to you by Ulster Savings Bank. Visit their newest branch, conveniently located at the Ulster Commons Plaza in Lake Katrine. Experience the difference that local community banking offers with the convenience of another great location, easy access, plenty of parking, and a 24-hour ATM. Ulster Savings Bank, invested in community, invested in you. Member FDIC.
So we were discussing the real estate market while we were on break.
It is. And Lawrence is bringing it up, and he's 100% right. You know, real estate in the county, surrounding areas, really just off the hook right now. It's hysterical. I mean, it's. I was just saying because he had mentioned I'm going into contract on my house, and it's they go fast. A couple of days, and the house is gone. There's hardly any inventory on top of it. Yep. There's one house for sale. And I want to say it's either Gardner or Marbletown that's been on the market, $2.5 million. And I could see that being, out there for, a little bit. But houses are going like crazy. And
it's hard to even find an apartment in Kingston right now.
Is that right?
Yeah, you go look on Craigslist. I've been at the place that I'm at now for 2 years, and I didn't even really want to move from Wall Street. I had a nice little house I was renting on Wall Street. Had to move because of some, whatever, the landlord wasn't keeping up on the building. Moved into the apartment I'm in now. I thought that was kind of expensive when I moved in for the size of it, But now I'm like happy where I'm at because
God,
I could
you
never
have it.
find anything
Isn't it crazy?
in uptown Kingston. You look on the want ads for places to rent in Kingston. The few that are there are astronomical. The median range for an apartment in Kingston now, a 1-bedroom, 500 square foot apartment is like $1,250 a month.
Wow,
it is
500
expensive.
square feet?
Yeah, I lived on a house on Wall Street. When I first moved in, it was 1,000. It went up to 11 by the time I left. But I had a basement. I had a first floor, a second floor, an attic. I mean, and it was 3 bedrooms. It was huge. I had a washer and dryer, and I mean, moved to where I am now above Santa Fe, which is a really nice apartment. And was thinking, I was like, God, this place is getting kind of small for me. Just thought I'd go take a look. There's like 4 apartments for rent in Kingston, and they're like astronomically huge. People have rooms for rent, but if you're looking to get your own place, you might not be able to live where you want to live. There's not a lot of spaces in uptown Kingston, and it's just
well, it's not sad. Listen, people, businesses. Let's look. In New York, a lot of businesses now are realizing they don't need to stay in Manhattan. At $60 and $70 a square foot, and all the people are working from home, and they have 7 or 8 floors in some of these, buildings, what they call Class A buildings, commercial buildings. When they can go bring it down to 3 or 4 and leave the people where they are and have them come in and have Zoom calls, they're going to realize the New York City commercial real estate market is going to be very interesting to watch in the next couple of years. And as well as, it's funny, you have a couple of schools of thought, right? So I said to Terry, maybe we should start looking for an apartment in Manhattan again. You know what I'm saying? The prices are probably good. But at the same time, do we really need an apartment in the city is really the issue. So the answer is no. But, and we're so close to the city, doesn't make any difference. So it's really the whole real estate market right now is just a new thing. It's just a new feeling. So it's going to be it's a person like Lawrence, a person like you, a person like me. What does it mean to a senior? Right, that's what we were talking about earlier. Well, we want seniors to be able to stay. Your mom stay in her house, but how are you going to make it affordable for her when she's on 2 fixed incomes, right? And for people like Lawrence was single, what does that look like? As your kids are getting older, you're going to become empty nesters in the next 5 years, maybe 6 years. What does that look like? So it's so many variables that are happening right now that's really pushing this market into places where I'm not really sure of affordability for just a normal everyday mole. And I say that sincerely. I think,
You guys got to all start practicing communal living like we do.
No, I don't think so. That I couldn't do. I like my privacy.
I think we have enough privacy how we're laid out, but it lends itself to being able to help my parents very well and my grandmother.
Hey, listen, my sister, we did it with my mom, right? What did we do? We sold an apartment in Manhattan. We sold my mother's place in Clearview in Queens under the Whitestone Bridge. And we merged them. We bought the apartment with the maid's quarters, right? And that's what mom's apartment was. And she loved it. And, as she got older, it was harder, but at least she still was near her. She had a bathroom. She had a little place she could make a cup of coffee.
We have to look out for our, aging population. And
the house I'm in right now is...
Italian, what you speak of.
Huh?
It's so Italian.
What do you mean?
To have your parents in the house with you.
No, well, listen, I look at Terry's parents, not Italian, and we're thinking about them. You have no choice, right? What do you do with them?
Well, it's what my parents have my grandmother.
Why?
Yeah, and I'm across the driveway.
Listen, I am a true believer. People say, like recently, the adult home was sold, just like in Ulster County, Golden Hill was sold, and they sold. And the model there is more and more is taking care of your own, because it's becoming unaffordable unless, like, for reasons of dementia, really major illnesses that you really do need that assistance. Yeah. Should we use it? And that's just my opinion, because that does take its toll on the family in a terrible way, and some people just can't do it. We found with Mom the last really a year and a half, where she needed help taking a shower, she needed help with the bathroom and things like that. We had 2 people, but we could do it, and we had the help obviously from the city because they gave you a stipend, so it worked out. But that's the model that has to really evolve. One of the reasons the place we have now, you have the bedroom downstairs with the bathroom and whatever shower, you do that to prepare yourself, right? To accommodate, a good word maybe is accommodate, right? Whether it be terrorists, Paris, or even ourselves, right? So, again, I wonder where I put my keys. I wonder where I put my wallet. The wonder years, as Mom put it.
The wonder years.
It does. It takes its toll.
Yeah.
It sucks.
We'll be there if we're blessed.
Yeah. And, sometimes I wonder about that. You say, we all look at things differently, right? So, we all embrace the Lord, but we also embrace the fact that there's heaven and there's earth, and, are you afraid to die? You're not afraid to die. All this stuff goes through your head as you get older, right? For me, anyway. And I read a lot. And I keep saying to myself, okay, so I'm prepared. I'm ready, Good God's going to take me when he takes me, but I want to live to 90. Like, where? You know what I mean?
I'm not ready to go yet.
Not ready to go yet. And then, I was taking her home from last night when this 102-year-old woman came in for her shot. That was quintessential. Here's a woman, right? Getting her shot at 92. I'd be smoking and drinking and partying my butt off at night if I was 102.
Oh, yeah.
You kidding me? That's how I look at it. Oh, the doctor said that to my mom and her. She was about 88. My mother said to the doctor, what else should I be doing? She goes, start drinking. Start smoking. Enjoy yourself, right?
Enjoy.
But it's true.
It's true. Yeah, definitely true.
But they're all challenges. They are. But the real estate market...
Yeah, for those who are looking to sell is great. For new homes.
Well, where do you go, Heidi?
Yeah, I don't know. That's the problem.
That's the problem. Unless you're prepared to go retire, where do you go? Does your mother want to leave the compound? Really, think about it.
Oh, no.
No.
Even when, we've had conversations, my dad definitely does not want to leave.
Exactly. No.
Maybe he forgot about that, though. But
Yeah,
no.
He will in time.
They love New York.
Listen, say what you, and we all, I'm sure.
They visit warm places, but they love
No.
the seasons.
Listen, I have to openly admit this. I have friends, and you have friends, I'm sure. You see on Facebook or whatever. And it's 85 degrees in Florida. Yeah, right now. But when it's, on 103, and you have to take a shower every 10 minutes in, June, July, August, September, come talk to me.
I think about that. I don't think that people drive around in a topless Jeep.
No. It's impossible.
Yeah, it's too hot.
You can't. No, New York weather.
Imagine camping when it's like 110 degrees out.
You can't.
Down there, no. I don't see how that's enjoyable.
You know-
I mean, unless you're on the water somewhere and you have a nice breeze.
Even if you have a nice breeze. It's
why
listen.
come up here?
That's the biggest joke about work. We had the place in the Outer Banks that was the biggest joke in the world. We used to go in August. Oh, beautiful! It was wonderful. It was great. You never left the house. And you go out. I swear to God, you go out to dinner. And my wife let's sit outside, right? Everything is to sit outside. It's 95 degrees there. There's no like cool breeze coming through 94 degree
I don't know. I do see
air.
some people living their best life. So good for them down there now.
It is. No, it's great. But my point is, I happen to really, really like New York.
Yeah, I like New York too.
And it's the weather. I mean, you joke about Cuomo, huh?
I like New York. I just want to be able to afford New York.
Well, that's something that we have. Like I said, I'm a senior citizen now, just like your parents, and I think we should have the ability. And she did pay for school taxes for you and all her children and whatever. And just like they're willing to give free tuition, I don't think that's really necessary, but I do think it's necessary to take care of your elderly.
I don't believe in free for some. I believe in not free for some, but affordable for all.
Right. So what'll make it affordable for me is get rid of my school taxes. if you're going to start giving people money to pay for their loans that they elected to have, then you should be able to pay.
Student loan forgiveness.
Yep.
You need property tax forgiveness.
Well, not property tax. I still think we should pay our municipal taxes, school tax, even a relief of some kind. You know, every year after the age of 65, take out. You know, it's kind of like a reverse IDA type loan, right? You go the first year you take 10% off, then when you're 66, maybe you go 5% increments or 2% increments.
Just listening to you say this and considering the state of affairs that our currently the state is facing, with a $10 million deficit, we're going to be heading in the opposite direction.
Yeah, but then why chatter about free forgiveness of this and all the immigration stuff, and you can't separate it, you see, because our governor has put us in this place of this debt, right? So now he's talking about he thinks that, well, there are people who think that the legalization of recreational marijuana is going to be $1 billion business and $1 billion coup in taxes. Well, that could be true, right? Because we need a big bailout here. But at the same time, with that being true, we still have to keep making sure it's affordable for people, elderly, the people who got them there, or certainly have got this state to where it is today, to be able to afford it. So, we got to start thinking out of the box and passing laws that will help people in the long term. Yeah. So, when you look at it and say, can you have a declining as you get older rate off just school taxes? I get we have, all the services we get from our town. Can you name the services you get from your town? They do our roads. You pay for your trash. What else is there? Right? So there's got to be a way to keep it affordable for people like your mom and dad and me and Terry, the old people, So I'm going to be that advocate from now on. Old cranky bastard. That's what I'm going to call him. I want to.
I'm not worried about it. Just like the Stewarts thing, you'll forget.
Nope.
Oh, no.
I am going to mark this cup. And I have to go Lent. I almost forgot already while I was stopping. But, no. I'm going to call it the cranky old bastards advocation. Because there you go.
I'll have to start a file about that.
Can you please? Sure. I mean, we need representation, and it's not that we have a young president. You know what I'm saying? So they should be
calling him a COB.
He should be. Him, little Bernie in the chair. Him too. He could be an advocate for us. Right? We need advocates. But it is what it is. And I'm sorry I get so crazy about this stuff, but it just really gets me going when I hear some of the other stuff we're thinking about doing, like the tax when you get out, you sell your house. That's all great and wonderful. But, what about, the old people? Do you put a time on it? Like, let's look at my mom. When she sold her place, she needed to move because she outlived the usefulness of that apartment at her age. So if you come up with, put that in the law. Say if a person reaches the age of 75 because the useful willingness to be able to not only afford it, but to use it, because you may have to go to a child's house, you should be exempt. Right? These are the things that should be talked about. And I'm not. I believe this stuff because there are people who ask for so much stuff. Let's talk about the people who have invested in this place first, too. We'll include them. Let's be inclusive. Let's have a conversation about it. Certainly, right? So that's good. Am I a good old cranky bastard?
Yeah, you're doing a great job.
This is our last show, Heidi.
No, it's our last show.
You got 10 minutes. Thank you so much for having me as your guest and stuff. Your friend.
My only friend that got up that early?
Yeah. I don't mind. You know I didn't mind. I'd do anything for you, kiddo. It's been good. We've had a good run. You really have, and we got to keep looking at it that way.
Don't say, because people will lose their minds.
Heidi, that's up to you.
Yeah, I know.
All I can do is support you. No, really,
One thing, because they're wondering what we're plotting and scheming.
I'm not scheming anything. I'm too old. I wonder what I'm scheming about.
You forgot.
I forgot already. No, but
It's been an interesting couple months, I can say that much.
oh, it has been.
Don't count us out. We might be down.
Well, I'm not down at all.
We are not out.
I'm never down.
Nope.
Listen, I'll be down. We'll be down. Well, I'll look at that if we don't if you talk about the Independence Party stuff.
Talking about our party business.
Okay, our party business. See, Heidi, we're not down.
No, we're not.
Not even close. Because every time someone says, "But you don't have a party anymore," I get to say, "I'm going to remember those words in 22 when we're passing petitions for the governor, and perhaps you'd like to be on the Independence Party Alliance, the Independent Alliance Party line." So, we still have 2 years to milk, because in 2 years it'll be very telling of what kind of candidate we come up with. And if we then, by that stage of the game, right, then we'll absolutely know where we're at. So don't let anybody push you around, kiddo. No, not yet. We're dying that slow death. Make no mistake. But I'm gonna hold on to that little branch as long as I'm like that little.
Make a feast off of that.
I'm like that, that little kitten, right?
Cat on the poster. Hang in there.
Hang in there.
To be continued.
Right, but it's fun, and it's not scheming. It's just with politics. That's the political side, right? That's the party side. But we tried for Brock. We didn't try nearly hard enough.
How'd that work out?
Not so good. Actually, it worked out very. I had a Brock mask. Remember, we were wearing our Brock mask. I went down to the city. What a waste!
Remember the Brock bus?
Remember the Brock bus?
Whoa.
That didn't happen.
No, but he had that bus in Minnesota or somewhere. Remember he had that party?
Where was that? Was that in Minnesota?
Night show.
That was cool. Remember that?
Yeah, I do.
But he didn't bring it. It ran out of time.
Well, that's probably the problem.
That was part of the
Never
problem.
underestimate a guy with a good bus.
That was a good bus, man. How could you not vote for that bus?
I don't know. No, he didn't bring it to New York.
I didn't bring it to New York. Heidi was funny. This is a true story. Well, we said it on the air, so some of you guys heard it. And we were talking about bringing the bus to New York. They're like, "Oh, yeah, we'll be there with the bus." I was like, "Man, that'll be fun." That was a rocking bus, man. Yeah.
Good stuff.
He didn't waste any money. I mean, truth be told, he used that money well, his money, to buy that bus and other stuff. Just didn't work out. But we'll be back, with another candidate.
Not good for the governor either.
No, the governor,
He's still strong.
I can't wait to see who their candidate's going to be. Because it's impossible. It's impossible for them to support Cuomo. It really will. Only because they're still in court with him, right? So that's really funny. So you have that working against Cuomo. He did nothing to eliminate the Working Families Party threat. But we got killed. It's like, wait a minute. We're
That's not right with this picture.
the innocent victim here. Because
Casualty.
we're definitely a casualty of war. But the funny part, we supported that son of a gun right to the end. But there's no way this time. I don't think so anyway. I mean, we've been chattering.
I have no idea.
I don't either right at this moment. Yeah, I have no idea. But, and God knows if he's going to run again. He says he is, but, I mean, everything's pointing in a direction. And people will start to, his numbers, his polling numbers have to be not so good right now.
They're down probably. Oh, never mind.
I don't know what they're down or are they up, but I can tell you they're probably not good. And it's only, listen, when you have guys like Pat Ryan, right, who's a good, solid Democratic county executive, Vladimir, another good, solid Democratic, executive. And these guys are struggling to get vaccines. Westchester, Ulster. I mean, the only reason that Orange is doing a little bit better is because Steve Newhouse has gone to a complete military deployment of this vaccine.
I don't know that he's doing better than Ulster.
Oh, because how he's administering.
So how do you know it's better? We're going to get into the war of the two counties right about it.
No, they're talking about it. I know Milgram, people talk. I mean, these guys are trying to work stuff out. But and Steve will openly admit, he just took a very military approach to deployment.
I don't think our setup is.
I don't think he was active. I think he didn't have the combat experience that Newhouse had.
Is that required for vaccination distribution?
No, it has nothing to do with it. But it's a point of how you distribute your assets during a critical time.
We're the county receiving the most vaccines right now.
Excuse me?
We're receiving the most vaccines.
Who is?
Ulster.
They are.
Yeah.
Then the deployment sucks.
How so?
I don't know. You tell me. Why are people complaining? Why are people going to Margaretville?
Well, people don't understand that there's, it's still not enough. But 19, we expected 1,900 this week. We got 15. I still think we're receiving
That's a
more
problem.
than surrounding counties.
Right.
You got Sullivan that only received 2.
But again, it's based on population. It makes sense.
I honestly can't sit here and say, though, that one county has a better vaccination distribution plan than another.
Oh, I just, my point, I'm not saying better or worse or indifferent. It's how it's being done, what the experience is when you get there.
Oh.
Yeah. The experience, I have to say, the feedback is off the hook.
Yeah, Ulster's received great feedback.
Has it?
Yeah.
I'm not, so I'm not aware.
Walton Fieldhouse has done a tremendous
Really?
job.
So there's your examples.
I know that probably Orange is better because you're there.
Well, I see it.
And you're helping, so they're happy to see
No, right. I'm one of the volunteers.
you. Give them a little saltine, you give them
That's a little juice. Yeah, exactly.
Thank you for coming.
They get a little hand sanitizer, a mask.
Yeah.
No,
we don't have. People who are receiving vaccinations are very pleased with the process.
Oh, good.
vaccination process.
Good.
Again, it's
how
eligibility
many
versus availability.
And truth be told,
that issue is one that's shared across all counties.
and that's the issue. That's why when you look at Ulster Orange, you got 350,000 people in Orange. So what's going to happen? They're going to get more vaccine than Ulster or Sullivan.
I don't know that they are.
They're getting, like I said, they got 17 or 1,800.
Yeah. In any case, we hope for fair and
Last
equitable
week.
distribution.
It has, well, as it relates to population.
Yes.
Right. So, and you see, and that's the other thing, these poor guys. I mean, I feel for Pat and Steve, whoever, Latimer, whatever, whoever the county executive is, the challenge is not getting the needles in the arms. I think they're all doing that very, very effectively.
Yeah.
It's the fight and making sure you can get the needles in the arms at as quickly as you need to when you get the vaccine, and because you don't know what you're getting to the last minute.
That's what's challenging.
That's the challenging part.
It's always the unknown that we.
Well, and that's the challenging part.
Well, I think it's.
We're signing off for the last time,
sign
huh?
off here.
You guys got a minute and a half left.
There you go.
Well, we want to thank
Lawrence,
our
if you ever need
listeners.
us back, let us know. We'll try to get. I'll speak to Rich Siegel,
Yes, that'd be great.
and
So
we'll
for
see
2
if
weeks.
he's a great guy, really wonderful guy, and we'll be signing.
Heidi,
off.
you'll be back in a month, right?
Hoping to, yes.
Okay. Will you let me know in the next
Absolutely.
couple of weeks?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Oh yeah, I'll be back. I'll be back as a guest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Definitely. And I, number one, would like to thank Lawrence and his mom also.
Yeah, I'd like to thank you both for your service.
Yeah, that was great.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for providing us with this opportunity.
Yeah, I have to tell you.
Our listeners putting up with our just terrible rambling on.
Oh, you guys were great.
Never
Don't
have to
don't
listen to us
don't-
again.
No, you guys were great,
You're
really.
so great, and all our 3 guests that we've ever had on.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
So
for
starting in 2 weeks, actually 2 weeks from today, Rick Remsnyder and Joe Sinagra, for the immediate future, will be the co-hosts. Replacing you guys, since you're working in Middletown now.
Yes,
Right.
that'll make an awesome show. Really.
Yeah.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. They're. I think it'll be good.
I do. I think
Yeah.
it'll be wonderful.
They'll be fun.
Well, thank you both for your
Thank
service.
you. Well, anytime, Lawrence.
Great. Have a great weekend, guys.
Happy
Thank you.
Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you for sharing the morning with us and participating in Kingston Community Radio, KCR. AM 920 and 90.